At this time, we would ask that everyone please rise if you're able and honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now, tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Bengals, a freshman forward from Tallahassee, Florida, number 0, Tavia Roebuck. A senior guard from Detroit, Michigan, number 1, Corian Yarbrough. A senior guard from Hilo, Hawaii, number 3, Kayla Iwata. A junior forward from Lake Wales, Florida, number 23, Ariel Baker. And a senior guard from Corona, California, number 32, Hannah Jones. The Bengals are coached by Michael Bader and assisted by Adam Morrow. And now, tonight's starters for your Husson University Eagles. At guard, a junior from Bedford, California, number 1, Sophia Torres Reyes. At guard, a junior from Palace, Maine, number 4, Sophia McVicker. At guard, a senior from Ellsworth, Maine, number 11, Trinity Montigny. At guard, a junior from Radley, Maine, number 22, Hannah Richards. And at center, a graduate student from Island Falls, Maine, number 30, Big Donovan. The head coach for Husson University in her 33rd season is Kissy Walker. She is assisted by Randy Dodge, Lori Gott, and Steve Wassigan.
Ready? Hello, everyone, and welcome to Husson University basketball on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, where the women of Husson University will take on the University of Maine Fort Kent Bengals. I'm Ryan Barnes, joined alongside Logan Martin. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, we should, Ryan. Coming into this game, we got a very talented UMF squad, a team that's 12-4, 8-2 away, and here in the gym, Husson is home, and we need to keep UMF out of the win column tonight. But you know, looking at the keys of the game, Husson's going to have to win the rebound battle. You know, Donovan's going to have to control the paint. UMFK has 2 players with over 9.5 rebounds a game. We're going to have to control them for sure if we're going to walk away with a win in this one.
As tip-off is done, Eagles win it. Sophia Torres-Reyes with the ball over to McVicker. Out to Montigny. Montigny in the corner. Gets it all the way out to Torres-Reyes in the corner now. McVicker fakes it. Back to Torres-Reyes. Into Donovan. Out to Richards, who works around. Goes to the layup. And that one out of bounds off a Bengals player. It will remain Eagles ball.
You see Donovan actively working in the paint, trying to find open players from the three-point line. You see a lot of holes in that Husson offense, a lot of lanes that are open. See if we can get some drive and kicks.
Here's Richards now taking a step back for the 3. Off the rim and rebounded by the Bengals. with their first attack. Working with it now. Corian Yarbrough has it taken away. Hannah Richards with it now over to Torres Reyes. Out to McVicker now in front of the Bengals bench. Back to Torres Reyes. Richards. Out to McVicker. It's walked into the corner. She works her way in. Torres Reyes for the layup. No good. Rebounded by Donovan into the corner to McVicker. And the three is no good. Rebounded by Richards. And the layup is good.
You see Donovan working down in the below in the paint. But when she goes to that top of the key area, that opens up a lot of that paint area for people to get rebounds after a shot.
First points of the night going to Husson. Yarbrough with it. She takes a shot from the free throw line, and that's no good. Rebounded by Montigny. The Eagles will start their rush now. Wide open space over to McVicker, and her layup is good.
That's what Husson's going to have to do. They're going to have to push the pace and force turnovers. Husson's a great team, forcing turnovers, and they're going to have to move the ball if they want to get easy looks.
Hannah Jones working past midcourt. Guarded by Montigny. Cuts to her right in. Takes a couple steps. Has it poked away by Montigny. Here's Torres Reyes starting the rush. Up to Hannah Richards, who settles it down. Gets it out to Torres Reyes, who cuts in. Has it poked away, and that should be Eagles ball, and it is. Sophia Torres Reyes on the inbound. Out to Montigny. It's McVicker now. Back to Montigny to Torres Reyes. She has space. She takes a three. That's no good. Rebound won by Donovan. And out in the corner to Richards. Richards had McVicker cutting in. Choose not to go to Donovan, and she gets the shot.
It's a great possession by Bailey Donovan. You can see how tall she is, able to stick a hand out and just keep that ball alive to get an offensive rebound for the Eagles.
Hannah Jones now for the Bengals. That's into Baker. Her layup is good. Eagles giving up their first points of the night 3 minutes in. Torres Reyes fakes the three up to Richards, top the key, over to McVicker in the corner. Over to Montigny. Richards back to Montigny. Torres Reyes, she fakes the shot, cuts in. Montigny for three from the corner. That's no good. Rebounded by Jones. Pat Mahomes with the throw. And the layup no good. And the fight for the ball won by the Eagles. Torres Reyes coming up the floor with it. She takes a shot from mid-range, and that's good.
Nice shot by Torres Reyes. Able to push the pace and pull up from mid-range. Keep the momentum on Husson's side.
Yarbrough going in and out. In the pass in.
Great block.
Blocked by Bailey Donovan. Off a shot attempt by Ariel Baker, junior forward out of Lake Wales, Florida.
That was a great backdoor cut by Baker, able to get a good look. Just Donovan's too good of a defender. She's going to block shots just like that.
A deep two made by Kayla Wada. Here's Richards now with it. Out to McVicker, who has space. She takes a three. Got it.
What a great skip. If you watch this offense, you'll see a lot of skip opportunities with all the cutting that Husson does.
Richards with the steal. Was looking at a three, but has it poked away. And it will stay Eagles ball.
And that's one thing Husson's going to have to do well today, is shoot that three ball well. UMFK defends it well. Their opponent's shooting 24%. So they have to have a big day from the three-point line.
Donovan's deep two's no good. Rebounded by Baker, who gets it out to Jones. Jones to Yarbrough. And gets fouled. They're going to call it on Montigny for a reach-in.
Yeah, that's one of those plays where if you let that go, Bailey's in pretty good position just to block that or put a good contest on it.
It was Richards, excuse me. Here's a shot from Roebuck. That's no good. Rebounded by Donovan as the Eagles will start their attack. McVicker to Torres Reyes at the top of the key. Over to Montigny. She takes a three, and that's no good. Still unable to make it into the scoring column. Stepping out of bounds is Yarbrough, forced by Donovan, and will be Eagles ball.
That's just the presence that Donovan has, able to, you know, even when the team's trying to get it past half court, just able to put her hands up and not allow them to advance it. It's a great job by her.
Here's Torres Reyes out to Richards. Richards fakes a three. Has Montigny with some space, but wide open is McVicker. She takes a three. That one's no good. Right in and out. Bengals starting their attack. Here's Awada to Jones. Jones over to Baker. Baker has space. She cuts in. Closely defended by Torres Reyes, but that won't matter as that one goes in. McVicker passing midcourt over to Montigny. Montigny into Donovan. Donovan's layup is no good. Rebounded by Montigny. Out to McVicker for three. Got it.
It's a great offensive rebound by Montigny. Great kick out. And that's just what Husson needs, a three-pointer just like that.
14-6, Husson leads UMFK with 4:25 left to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Bengals taking up the court. Here's Corianne Yarbrough, senior out of Detroit, Michigan. Gets it to Awada. In. And the layup is good for Baker.
That looks like an offensive set right there by UMFK. Baker able to cut. Had a good lane to the basket. Good find.
Donovan into Porter. Porter gives it right to Awada as the Bengals start their rush. Here comes Yarbrough coming up the court. Has to take it away. Jump ball. It will stay with the Bengals. It's going to be Jones on the inbound. That's into Roebuck. Roebuck out to Baker. Back to Roebuck. A little back and forth. Outside to Jones. Jones looking for the deep shot. Gives it away, and for the three now it's Yarbrough. That one off the top of the glass and in.
Bank is open today for UMFK, that's for sure. It's the second one in a row, go off the bank.
There's Porter in the corner.
Great find.
McVicker for three, that's no good. Perfect pass to Yarbrough as she works her way in, out to in the corner for Awada. And that one taken away by the Eagles. Here's McVicker with it. Lauren Cook for three. Got it.
Wow, great bounce.
A little help there from the Leprechaun sitting on the rim there.
You've seen 32 for UMFK. Baker, 2 plays where she's thrown it up like a quarterback. The second time not working so good as the first one.
Here's Yarbrough going and draws the foul on McVicker.
You know, Husson's being physical. When UMFK drives, they're looking to grab that basketball, force a jump ball, not commit a foul. Great concentration on that play.
Here's Jones with it. Over to Baker. Baker back to Jones. Back to Baker. Baker out to Yarbrough, and here's the three from Awada. No good. Rebounded by Donovan. Come up the court now, Carly Price. Over to Porter. Here's the three. No good from Cook. Rebound by Donovan. Her layup's no good. Here's Yarbrough. Up to Jones. Jones cutting in with the layup, no good. Here's Price. Up to Porter. Porter has some space. Has Donovan to McVicker. Her three's no good.
Husson always looking for that extra pass, trying to find the open teammate. It's great offense by the Eagles.
And a foul called.
Let's see how this Husson team can play when Donovan goes and sits on the bench. Such a tall presence for that Eagles squad. You got to kind of change up the play style and the way you play when you take someone that valuable out of the game. And let's see if we can hold this lead.
Here's Jones with it. Yoakum, excuse me. Yarbrough. Out to Iwata. Back to Yoakum. And the shot from Yarbrough hits the rim and no good. Eagles will take the other way. McVicker to Cook. Back to McVicker in the corner. Here's Price. To Cook. And McVicker now. Price gets it out to Cook. In the corner for Porter. Her shot is no good. Rebounded by Scanlon. Has that poked away.
Husson's offense looks so disciplined. I mean, every possession you watch them on offense, it looks like they're making the same exact cuts and the same exact people are open at the three-point line in the same spots. You can see how well coached they are and how well they move the ball and find open teammates.
Here's Scanlon in the corner, all the way over to Cook. Her three is no good. Rebound taken by the Bengals. Here comes Yoakum. Inside and taken away. That one's from Iwata. The layup there is no good. Another one no good. About 30 seconds to go. Eagles coming. Cook to Scanlon. Her mid-range. No good. Rebounded by Yoakum. Coming with the courts, Yarbrough. Gets out to Iwata. Here's Roebuck inside. Poked away and taken by McVicker into Cook. Her layup is good.
Just what the Eagles need to end the quarter.
As time runs out, the Husson Eagles lead 19-11 at the end of the first quarter. We will be right back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network to start the second quarter. Eagles with an 8-point lead, starting with the ball. Here's Cook into Montigny. Out to Torres Reyes. Her three is good.
That looks automatic.
She's been a shooter ever since growing up in California, going to Ventura College, transferring over to Husson. And she's doing exactly what she promised to do.
West Coast all the way to the East Coast.
She's doing it again. That one's good.
She's a shooter. You know, that's someone you got to find at the top of key in situations like that, someone who can just knock down shots.
And I was able to interview Torres Reyes prior to the season during the fall semester, and we talked about how she fits into this team. She was able to fill the spot that was left by Vanessa Duarte, and she's able to come in, take that point guard shooting role, and she's been able to run with it.
And, being a transfer, that's a big addition. Someone who has experience, someone who has been in a college program and, knows what it's like to be a college basketball player. And, she's proven that she could be a valuable and reliable player for this Eagles team.
Cook's three is no good. Bengals will take possession. Inbounding will be Carolyn Baptiste, junior from the Bahamas. What I wouldn't give to be there right now.
Same here, brother. Looks like UMFK's got players from all over the world, really. I heard.
And we've seen that from many sports.
Yeah, and especially being a county team like UMFK up north in Maine, thinking about a team being all the way up north in Maine, you'd think it'd be hard to get players from other states and other countries to come up and play for them. But looks like UMFK has done a great job recruiting and getting players to, get committed to the program and want to come play for the Bengals.
Torres Rice's layup is no good, but rebound and put back by Montigny is good for her first 2 points of the evening.
That was great body control right there. It looked like she was in an uncomfortable position under the basket, but she made it work. Could have been contact, could have been a foul, but we'll take 2 any day of the week.
Here's Yarbrough cutting into the middle, right by the free throw line. Pass out to Yoakum, back up top into the corner for Yarbrough. Her three is no good. And the Eagles will take possession.
And when Donovan's out of the game for the Eagles, they're going to have to control the defensive rebounds. It's easy for a team when their star player comes out for the opposing team to come out and just get offensive rebounds, especially when you have a player that's 6'4" like Bailey Donovan. So when she comes back in, look for the rebound and differential to go up on for the Eagles.
Here's Scanlon in the corner, closely defended by Jones. Cook to Montigny. Inside, poked away by Jones, but recovered by the Eagles. Here's Richards with an open three. That's no good. Rebounded by Jones, out to Yarbrough. Yarbrough, her pass to Baker over her head. Here's Montigny with some space. Her layup is good.
When we're getting those steals on the defensive end, we're pushing the ball very quickly. We're getting layups, we're getting open shots. That's what we got to keep doing for all 4 quarters. We got a sizable lead. We're up 16. If we can continue to do this for the rest of the half and, get a 20-point lead by halftime, this could be we could walk away with a pretty easy victory this game.
Here's Jones with it on the 3-point line. Here's the mid-range shot. Wow. Is good from Baker.
And it really looks like Husson's not giving them any space to breathe, and they're contesting a lot of shots, making it a lot harder for UMFK to shoot and shoot well.
That ball is poked away. And poked away again. Here's Cook with it, dancing around a couple defenders out to Richards. Richard cuts in. Here's Scanlon with the layup, and that one's no good. She gets her own rebound out to Montigny. She cuts in. Her layup is good, and the foul.
Wow. Outstanding shot by Montigny. Shot with the contact and one. We're keeping this momentum. We're keeping a sizable lead.
It's going to be Roebuck coming back into the game for the Bengals. And Callaway LePage coming in for the Eagles. Along with Layla Martinez. Here's Jones, out to Yarbrough. She stops, cuts back, loses the ball, but is recovered by Owada in the corner for Jones. She stops, turns, her layup is no good, rebounded by LePage. And that's swatted away. They're going to say it is off the hands of Owada.
This is some of the best defense I've seen the Eagles play this year. UMFK moves the ball pretty quickly. Doesn't look like they cut as much as the Eagles, but Husson's staying in front of their opponent and making it difficult for them.
Here's
Every
Martinez.
single possession.
Torres Reyes now. The corner for Montigny. Out to Martinez. Into LePage. Out to Montigny, back to Torres Reyes. Her mid-range is no good, rebounded by Montigny and taken out past the three-point line over to Martinez. Back to Torres Reyes, over to Richards now. She cuts in, her layup is no good. She gets her own rebound into the corner, guarded by two people. Tries to work it and has it intercepted. And coming up the court now is Stainthorpe, who checked into the game. And settling it now is Yarbrough. Stainthorpe back to Yarbrough. All the way across to Jones. Yarbrough. Here's a shot from Roebuck, no good, rebounded by Montigny. It's a 2-on-2 now. And they're gonna call it out of bounds off of Montigny there. And coming up the court with it is Yarbrough.
UMFK to reduce this margin of the lead that Husson has right now. They got to push the ball up the court. They got to get easy looks because right now they're settling for half-court ball, half-court play, and it's just not as easy as they think it would be.
Montigny into corner for Martinez. Over to Torres Reyes. That's out to LePage, over to Montigny in the corner for Martinez. She cuts in, gets it to LePage. Her shot is good.
Wow, great feed. Great find right there by Martinez. UMFK playing a 2-3 zone. There's going to be open spots to find people, and Husson's doing a great job of that. They're finding cutters, they're finding open people, they're finding lanes, and they're doing a great job on offense.
The three from Jones is no good, and out of bounds. Eagles will take possession. Macy Beals coming into the game for Richards, with Donovan coming in for Torres Reyes. Here's Beals over Montigny. She finds Martinez into Beals. Beals trying to get it to Donovan. That's no good, but she gets it back. Martinez gets out to Montigny. Here's Beals again, now finding Donovan, and that's good.
You see Donovan right there on the low block, just positions herself where she can get the ball and just flip her hips and be right there by the basket for a wide open layup. That's a great job.
Jones settling it, defended by Montigny. Into the corner for Yarbrough. She cuts in, challenges Donovan, and gets it.
I mean, when you're playing a team like Husson, what do? Do you stay in 2-3, or do you play someone who just face guards and stays in front of Bailey when she gets down in the paint and make sure there's help on the backside? It's kind of a pickle for the opposing coach each game. Great find.
Montigny's layup no good. Here's LePage, and they're going to call a foul. They're going to call it on Jones. This is going to be LePage at the charity stripe.
You know, watching Husson this year, it seems like they got a lot of people coming off the bench that can really play for them and really provide them with scoring, you know, rebounding, whatever it is, even hustle. You know, it doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in games like these and the whole season, plays like those, where it really matters, and those hustle players can really come in helpful.
And that's been the theme for the past couple seasons for Coach Walker. They've always had a deep team and just of players that can produce. You're looking at a lineup here that's about 9 players deep, all who have scored.
Yeah, just looking at the bench each game, you see someone new come off the bench. It seems like, you know, to play a different role in a different game, and that's very helpful in a season that's this long, because you play so many games where you try to keep your star players, your best players, your key players, you know, healthy and ready for the playoffs, hoping that you'll make it there. So, you know, when you got players that can come off the bench and, you know, provide them with a spark, that's so helpful, just like I said. But Husson's always seemed to have teams like that, even on the men's side, very deep.
Yarbrough unable to convert the and one.
For the Eagles, number 12, Roxanne Sase.
Here's Martinez bringing up the court. Here's Roxanne Sase, first checking into the game. Here's Beals now for three. No good. And rebounded by Jones. And has that taken away by Martinez. Into Beals now. Beals getting it to LePage. Her shot is no good. Rebounded by Roebuck. She gets it up to Yarbrough. Has Stainthorpe on her right. Takes it in herself, and the layup's good.
You know, even when we don't convert on the offensive end, it just watching us push the pace. It's just unbelievable how fast we get up and down the court and the looks that we can find when we do that. You can just see all the attention that attracts to Donovan. Everyone just squeezes in the paint, opens up a lot of people.
That one's taken away. Here's Yarbrough. About 43 seconds to go. Stainthorpe. Back to Yarbrough.
Husson going to a 2-3 look on defense. If you're UMFK, you need someone to get in the middle of that 2-3 zone, get the ball, find someone open, and kick it.
Here's Beals bringing up the court. She takes it all the way. Her layup is good.
Way to switch gears right there. You know, it's like she was in first gear, and as soon as she got hip to hip with her defender, just turns into second and makes that layup.
The three from Stainthorpe is no good and is going to be held by Beals to end the half. Eagles lead 38-21 as we enter the half. We will be back in about 10 minutes on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, Husson leading 39-21 over the University of Maine Fort Kent as we start the second half. Here's Jones with it.
Looking at the halftime stats, Husson has 11 offensive rebounds. UMFK only has 2. Now that's a number that jumps out on the stat sheet and obviously can control a game like this.
3 from Jones, no good. Eagles take it the other way. McVicker gets out to Sasse for 3. It's good.
Opening up the court with a big shot from 3. Continuing just where we left off right before halftime.
Here's Yarbrough coming up the court now, guarded by Price. Picked by Roebuck. Here's Baker now. Eagles come the other way with it. Here's Sophia McVicker out into the corner. Sasse again. No good. That's rebounded by Porter. Stops, turns, takes the layup. No good. Rebounded and tipped away off the hands of Baker. It will stay Eagles ball. Price on the inbound. Here's McVicker. Over to Sasse. Here's Price now. Pass to Donovan's too high. Coming up the court with that pass over to Wada. And coming in and taking the shot. No good from Baker. And there's Jones with a good breakup play to stop the break. Price on the inbound. Gets it out to McVicker. Inside to Donovan. Her shot is no good and rebounded by Baker. And here comes Jones. Jones cruising up, gets through, and tries to get the layup over Donovan. That's no good. Here comes McVicker, closely guarded by Awada. Here's Price's 3, no good. And they're going to say it's off an Eagle, and it will be Bengals ball. Here's McVicker. Come up the court. Porter. Her shot no good, rebounded by Donovan. She goes to the floor, and a foul's called.
It's almost as if she spawns to find an offensive rebound. And on the defensive end, too. She's just so tall and long. She can be in an awkward position and still come down with the basketball.
10 rebounds in the first half. McVicker for 3. Got it.
We're shooting the 3 ball well today, Ryan. And that was one of the keys to the game for me. We would have to shoot the 3 well to win this game. UMFK, like I said, plays the 3 very well. We're shooting a very good percentage this game.
There's Baker in the corner with it. Over to Jones. Jones tries to get past Price. Here's a 3. That one's no good. Yarbrough over and good from Roebuck.
UMFK is going to have to find a way to get second chance points. They only had 2 offensive rebounds in that first half, 9 less than Husson. They're going to have to pick up loose balls and find a way to get the ball in the basket.
Donovan's shot no good, rebounded by Sasse as she draws the foul on Yarbrough.
Looking at Husson's team stats this season, they're leading their opponents in all stat categories, in all averages, except for free throws per game. This game we're finding a way to get to the free throw line often, which is good. That's something you're going to want to see for Husson. We shoot the free throw. We shoot free throws very well percentage. Very good percentage. Another steal.
Here's Sasse.
Wow.
And she loses it. It'll be Bengals ball.
we're just swarming UMFK on defense. We're giving them very little room. You know, we're stealing the ball. This is a very impressive defensive performance by the Eagles.
Yarbrough. Pick from Roebuck. Here's a three from Baker. That one's no good. And rebounded by Donovan out to Porter as she will start this rush for the Eagles. Gets out to Sasse. Back to Porter. Porter over to Donovan. Her layup is no good. Gets her own rebound. Out to Price. Price into Porter. Has that. And the turnover for Porter. Excuse me, nope. Eagles keep the ball. Thought they were going to call her for going up and down. Here's Sasse, shot. That's good.
Wow. Another three-pointer. Well, that was a two. Excuse me.
Baker with it. Over to Jones. Jones back to Baker. Roebuck with it. No good. And the Eagles will attack. Wide open. Sasse for three. No good. And the rebound by Jones. Tight pressure from Porter. Gets out to Baker. Baker in the corner for Awada. Here's Baker again into Roebuck. Her shot is up and no good. Rebound is still no good. Put back, and there was going to be a foul called. Looks like it's going to be on Porter.
Eagles foul, number 21, Michaela Porter. Her first, team second.
You know, looking at Husson's team record, they're 11-9, but one eye-opening stat is their scoring margin against their opponents is plus 8.9 points. You know, you're looking at a team that's 500. You don't usually see a scoring margin of that much, almost 10 points a game of a margin of victory, and that's pretty impressive. And it just shows that even though they're 11-9, even though they're 500, they're playing like a team that's, 10 games above 500.
Second free throw, no good. Eagles taking it the other way now. Here's Richards with it. Whole new lineup for the Eagles. Here's Torres Reyes. Back to Richards. Thought about the three. Back to Torres Reyes. Has that taken away, and the long pass connects to Yarbrough. She settles it down, takes the three, and that's good.
That's the third time Jones has passed it up the court like that, and it seems like she must do that pretty regularly. And Husson on the offensive end, they're shooting the ball so well from three-point land that, even a pump fake, UMFK is just going to bite.
Three from Cook is no good. Bengals take it the other way, but that's taken away by Cook. She comes in and has it poked out of bounds. Eagles maintain possession.
And just to piggyback off of the scoring margin against their opponents, the Eagles, 7 of their 9 losses have been by 10 points or less. So that just means that, they're winning games by a hefty margin, and even when they're losing, it's a pretty close game. They're right in the mix.
Here's Montigny over to Torres Reyes. Up top to Cook. And coming is Richards in the corner now is Montigny for three. That's no good. Coming up the court now is Yarbrough as she draws the foul.
And that's something UMFK would have had to have been doing from the start, attacking the basket like that. Either getting the layup or getting to the free throw line. It just slows the pace down, allows Husson not to be able to advance the ball as quickly as they do off a rebound or a turnover. When you can advance the ball that quickly like UMFK just did, you're going to slow down a team that's used to pushing the ball and getting easy looks.
First free throw good from Yarbrough, who's played every minute so far of this game.
Unreal stamina. Unreal. And that's someone that a coach loves to have on their team, someone who can just go in there and scrap it out for all 4 quarters. Just goes to show of how much of a hard worker she is.
Montigny in the corner to Torres Reyes. Gets it out to Richards. Richards back to Torres Reyes. Bengals playing a little tougher defense now. Here's Richards to Montigny. Over to Cook. Here's Torres Reyes. She's going to take the 3. That's good.
It's a great shot by Reyes. You added about how UMFK played pretty good defense on that possession. You know, they did, even though they just came away with a 3-pointer. But at the same time, Husson doesn't seem to be moving the ball as fast as they were in the first half. It seems like a little bit of stagnant play, but that could also mean, you know, they're playing with the lead they have right now, trying to run the clock down.
Here's Richards. Her layup is good.
These points off turnovers just keep adding up for Husson.
Eagles with their biggest lead of the night with 25. Bengals trying to cut that. Here's Kayla Owada.
You see number 0, Lauren Cook. She's not laying off of them, even though there's a pretty big margin on the scoreboard. We're still applying pressure, still trying to force turnovers and get the ball up the court, just like we are right here.
Richards and Cook, 2-on-1. They settle it. All the way over to Cook. Cook up to Torres Reyes. She has space, takes the 3. That one's no good off the rim. Rebounded by Cook. She cuts in back to Torres Reyes. That one's poked away and staying with the Eagles.
Husson's been controlling this game, and a big reason for that is they just seem to be in the right position at the right time. It seems like they have such a great feel for the game. You know, this new wave that just checked into the game, they seem to find the open teammate just like they have all game and hitting shots. You know, it doesn't matter what group the Husson Eagles got on the floor. They're making it work. They're finding open people.
Torres Reyes take the shot, rebounded by Montigny. And the unintended pass is out of bounds, and it'll be Bengals ball.
We see Montigny underneath the basket getting a lot of offensive rebounds this game. You know, she might be lacking height on the stat sheet, but she definitely has the effort to come down with every single ball, every single rebound that comes her way.
Montigny with 3 offensive boards in the first half, 6 overall. That one's poked away by Wyman, kept by Baptiste. She's in the corner, takes the 3. That one's no good off the rim. Rebounded by Wyman. There's Torres Reyes. Her pass connects with Montigny. Another one over to Cook for 3. No good, just in and out. And here's a fast break and no good for the Bengals as the pass intended for Stainthorpe was no good.
That was a great possession right there by Reyes. It looked like when she threw that pass up the court, it looks like she hurt her shoulder, might have threw it out or something. But even though there's a turnover, she hustled back on defense and made an impact on that play going out of bounds, and now the Eagles got the ball again.
Montigny in the corner. The layup by Wyman's good.
Great job sizing up to the basket. Great look for Wyman.
And losing the ball out of bounds is Brianna Smith, who checked in for the first time. And here's Richards taking up the court, about 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. Here's Cook to Montigny. She has in the corner. Gets it up top. And back to Richards. Back to McVicker. Here's Cook to Wyman. Wyman into Montigny. She has turn. Takes a layup, draws the foul on Smith.
Back to the basket, able to turn her hips, pivot, and find a way to get to the rim, cause contact, and get to the line. It seems like something she does very well at. You know, post control, being at the right place at the right time. Whether she's scoring, whether she's getting rebounds, hustling, whatever, it seems like she's everywhere today.
First one, no good. Second one is in. As she goes one for two. The pass for Northrop.
I bet that's something.
Excuse me.
I bet that's something UMFK's coach said at halftime is we need to start pushing the pace. We got to start advancing the ball. You know, we're allowing Husson to control the pace of the game, and we gotta dictate that. We gotta try to play at our pace, play our game.
And the buzzer beater attempt is no good from Jones as we head into the fourth quarter with a 28-point Husson lead. We'll be right back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, starting the fourth quarter. The Bengals with it. Here's Kayla Owada bring it past half court.
How many times have we seen that today?
I think that's the second time.
It could have been the third or fourth. I feel like every time.
If I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd have 2 nickels. Which is strange that happened twice.
You could probably buy some bubble gum out of whatever you call those.
In today's society? Here's Neal over to Beals. Inside to Donovan, and that one is in.
Like we talked about earlier, Husson's depth, it seems like they have a new 5 in every single break, and you know, that could be a coach just trying to have her players figure out how to play with one another. You know, get used to each other so when it comes tourney time or whatever, they know how to play together.
Shot from Dow's blocked, and the pass up court goes out of bounds. Eagles keep possession. Here's Dow. Over to Donovan. Donovan's layup is no good. That one's taken back by Neal as we have a foul.
The refs have been letting them play today, that's for sure. And not a whole lot of free throws, not a whole lot of fouls, letting them play loose, and that's how the game should be played.
Here's Beals for 3. That one's no good. Kept in bounds by Donovan. Here's Stainthorpe back around to Baptiste. Her shot is good. Martinez bringing it past half court. Over to Beals. In the corner for Dow. Thought about the 3, second guesses. And a foul is going to go on Brianna Smith.
Bengals foul, number 12, Brianna Smith. First second, team second.
Here's Dow to Neal. Works around to Martinez. Her 3 is good. Eagles with a 31-point lead with 8 minutes to go. Stainthorpe inside. And that one is swatted away by Donovan. Kayla Wada trying for the layup there. Eagles take it away. He'll get it to Beals.
Yet another steal. I mean, you look at the team totals on the season. Husson's averaging 10.1 steals a game, just over 10. They had 9 going into halftime. It feels like they'd be pretty close to doubling that by now.
Dow's 3, no good, but right into the hands of Donovan for her putback layup. And she has definitely picked it up in this second half. After scoring 4 in the first.
You know,
another quick 4.
4 points doesn't really light up the stat sheet, but when you look at 20 rebounds, you know, pretty close to that. That's a big number, and that could change the whole complexion of a game.
I mean, think about if a couple of those rebounds had gone the other way, what chances could have come from it. Got to think 33 points. If most of those rebounds go the other way, you're looking at 15-point deficit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even when she's out of the game, it seems like Husson's just hustling for every single rebound, every single loose ball, and whether that's off a rebound or just a loose ball or is trying to get a steal, which Husson's just been all over the court today.
Free throws are good.
And that's something you want to see if you're the Eagles coach. You want to be able to see your star player come on the bench and your team just be able to hold a lead like that and play good basketball. That's what you're going to need. You're going to need players to step up when someone's not available or when someone needs a breather.
Donovan's layup is no good. Bengals with it on the other end. The layup from Baptiste is no good, rebounded by Donovan. Here's Dow over to Beals. Into Donovan for the layup, and that's good.
Husson's 4-1 in their last 5 games, and in that 5-game stretch, Bailey Donovan's averaging just under 20 points per game, just under 14 rebounds per game, and 3 blocks per game. All 3 stats higher than her season average of 17 points per game, 13 rebounds per game, and 1.5 blocks per game. So this 4-1 stretch and this winning streak that the Eagles are on right now is a huge part of Bailey Donovan's play.
Baptiste trying to get around a couple of defenders after initially having her shot blocked by Beals. And the Bengals maintain possession. Fight for it as the shot clock runs out. And the Eagles will take possession.
Martinez has had a great day coming off the bench. Defensively, it seems like she's just picking pockets left and right, coming up with the ball, diving on the ball just like she did right there. That's big. That's what you want to see in your players.
Here's Dow with it. The pass into Donovan's no good. And Owada, her pass up to Stainthorpe is no good.
And that just shows you how conditioned this Eagles team is. Even when UMFK wants to push the ball, Husson's already back on defense just waiting for him. You know, vice versa. Husson, when they're pushing the ball, UMFK is not there to stop them, and that just shows how this game's gone so far.
And Neal fouled, going for the layup as she'll head to the line. Free throws are good. Bengals taking up the other way. Baptiste with it. Gets it out to Stainthorpe. She tries to cut in, has it taken away by Beals, and she has space. Got Dow on her right. She tried to go for her. And ball rolling the other way. Picked up by Martinez as she gets called for the travel.
That's how you earn yourself minutes right there. Regardless of the travel or not, you're getting on the deck, just like we just talked about. Martinez just all over the court today. Seems like a real hustle player for the Eagles.
Donovan exiting this game with 19 rebounds, 6 short of her school record of 25.
That's a lot of rebounds in a game, right? That's a whole lot.
40 minutes, too.
I don't care if you played 50 minutes. 20 rebounds in the game is pretty ridiculous. I mean, that's impressive.
Sasse at the top of the key, over to Cook, to Scanlon. Scanlon in the corner, back to Cook. She thought about the three, gets it out to Sasse. She thought about the three. Tries to look for open teammate. Here's the pass in for Scanlon. Is out of bounds. Eagles keep possession with the 6 on the shot clock. 4:14 to go. It's going to be Price on the inbound. Gets it all the way up. Tries to get it for Cook. Has it taken away by Baptiste. That's in and good by Brianna Smith. Here's Price taking up half court. To her left to Cook. Scanlon in the corner with it. Over to Price. Price to Sasse, has some space. She takes a three. That one is no good. Rebounded by Scanlon. Out to Price. Price cuts in. Gets in the corner. Tries to get it for Scanlon. She gets it. Over to Sasse. To Cook. Cook cuts in. Has it blocked and taken away, but Price fighting for it now. Jump ball called, and will be Bengals ball.
Husson holding on to the ball great on offense, running that clock down. When you have a lead like this in the fourth quarter, you're not really worried about scoring. You're worried about just moving the ball, finding that open look if it's there, and other than that, just controlling that lead and controlling the pace of the game.
Here's Baker. Baker cutting in. Gets it to Yoakum. Over to Baptiste. Baptiste cuts in. And her shot is no good, but a foul's called. They're going to call it on Price. Baptiste shooting 2 at the line. First one is no good.
If you're a coach and you find yourself in a game where you're in a situation where you can't play every single one of your players, when you're the Eagles, what do you do in a game that you need to win? You can't play everyone because it seems like everyone's came off the bench and contributed in some type of way. Just it goes to show how well prepared, how well conditioned, how well coached these guys are. They're just playing phenomenal basketball tonight.
The three no good from Awada. Eagles with the rebound. Here's Cook coming with it. Cook cutting all the way in. Ball rolling out. Kept in by Price. LePage. And the three from Sasse is no good. And that's taken away by Baker. 2:27 to go. And wide open for three is Baptiste, and that's good. Here's Price coming up the court with it. LePage out to Price. Price up to Cook. Cook's three. No good. And Baker will draw the foul. Looks like it's going to be on Lauren Cook.
It's great hustle right there by Cook, Might have got a foul right there, but at the same time, you prevent an easy layup from being scored. Even in a game where you're up 30 points, you're not going to let any easy buckets get scored. That's pride right there.
Yoakum to Baptiste. She cuts in, has space, goes for the layup, and that's no good. Rebounded by Sasse. All the way up to Cook, who has plenty of space, gets it to Scanlon. Her no-look pass back to Cook. Her layup is good.
Cook seemed to pass up a layup right there. I don't know if she wanted to hold the ball or what, but it turned out to be a good decision because she finishes with a basket right there.
Very unselfish offense being played all night tonight.
Very, very unselfish.
Iwata inside, and the layup from Yoakum is no good, but a foul called.
And if you're an opposing coach watching this game back on tape, you're probably thinking to yourself, where are the holes? How do we beat these guys? I mean, Husson's got players that can shoot from three, players that can score down low, players that can get rebounds from any spot on the court. It just seemed like they have anyone for any type of situation. That just makes it very difficult for anyone coming to play in this gym against a team like this. Even with a team like UMFK, who's 8-2 on the road, I mean, Husson did not make it easy for them today.
Both Yoakum's free throws are good. And out of bounds called. It will be Bengals ball once again. There's Baptiste at the top of the key with it. 1 minute remaining. Her layup's no good. She gets the rebound and puts it up, and that one's in. And we talked about unselfish basketball. Out of everyone who's played, about 15 players have played and about 11 have scored, with the highest, both Sophia Torres-Rice and Sophia McVicker with 11 each.
That just shows anyone on this team can really step up. Whether you're up 30 or you're down 30 or it's a tie ball game, you got anyone that can come off the bench or in that starting five that can really help out the team. I mean, that's pretty impressive, man.
And the Eagles can just hold this one and let the clock run out.
I mean, you mentioned it, 15 people have come off the bench and 11 have scored. And I bet the 4 people who haven't scored probably have some stat. It's pretty eye-opening. You know, they probably have, I bet Martinez has about 4 steals. It just seems like everyone's just done something to affect this game.
As time runs out, and the Husson University Eagles with a 29-point win, 69-40 over the University of Maine Fort Kent Bengals. For Ryan Barnes, alongside Logan Martin, this has been Husson University Basketball on the Husson Eagles Sports Network.